And pretty much tell you it's not going to.
But I'm still going to keep it because I really don't want to go back. Hi, Brooke. Whenever you jump on, hun. See, I'm wearing it. Thank you. It's beautiful. And this is the necklace you sent me. I think it's Hufflepuff. If I'm not, I can't remember. I just started a live stream because she sent me this necklace. Brooke sent me this necklace and this crown that I'm wearing. She hasn't popped on yet, but because it's like, see, question mark. And then you click on the DVD and it brings up this thing that says something BS. I don't know. Ha ha! See? See? I'm wearing it. Right there it is. And there's the necklace. So, yep. And Dad says hi. He's trying to help me figure out. I've been all excited about season 14 of Supernatural, and now it's looking like I'm not even going to be able to watch it. So I'm pretty upset. But I'm going to keep it because it's brand spanking new. I guess I'll just have to wait until next month to get it because but yeah, so I love the crown. I've got it on. I've got the necklace on. And I'm wearing my red today. What?
We need to go to the store.
Oh, do we got to go right now?
Shortly.
Okay, so Dad says we got to go to the store shortly, unless, I mean, I don't know if there was really any, trying to think if there was any particular reason I needed to go anyway, but if not, I mean, if he knows what he's going after, then he doesn't necessarily need me to go with him. Sorry, you can put my plants on, or I can put them on top of my, can't even talk. My other laptop. There we go. Knew I'd get it out. Yeah, don't worry about it, sweetie. Because like I said, I mean, I don't think there was like a mandatory reason for me to go. I mean, so he can go. He doesn't need me to go with him. That's okay. So we're all right. But at least this way, because I know it's like after 9:00 there with you. So, I don't, me, I mean, I know we have no problem staying up till 3 a.m. or whatever, but I'm not worried. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, they do. I really love the colors. Because the blue green looking ones, they remind me of your birthstone, which, are you ready for this one? I got to show you this. It's going to take me a minute to get them. Hang on, because if I do this wrong, I'm going to dump everything. Okay. This is a Creepy Hollows perfume bottle that was bespelled with, I can't remember what now. This is my absolute favorite perfume. It's called Poison by Christian Dior. And this, was you wanting a kiss or something?
Tupperware.
This is the biggest chunk I have. This is Untumbled Aquamarine, which is your birthstone. Here's some smaller ones. Go ahead, Papa. Pop your head in. Say hello. But yeah, this is an aquamarine, and all of these are aquamarine. I got like a whole pound of it from Creepy Hollows, and there's only 2 pieces missing from it. One of which is, let me move this. This is the piece that I chose for myself. And Alicia, I gave her the piece of her choice. What? Card?
New card.
Okay. Hang on, hon. I got to give him my, whoops. This thing is so big. Look how big that thing is. It's like, holy cow. But I have to set it in here a certain way or I can't get the lid back on it. I have to put everything in containers like this with lids, preferably that, fasten down on it good. I guess that's not going to do it now. Dadgummit. There we go. Now I think I got it sorted there. Okay. But yeah, that's all aquamarine. Yeah, it's your birthstone. It's a pretty one. Card. Let me get this card for him. This is my little, I keep my cards in this. This is Marilyn Monroe. I do love me some Marilyn Monroe. She's awesome. Here, babe. She's a Gemini. Please don't bother that. I gotta move these plants, Brooke. Set them on top of my laptop there, if you would. So the kitty cat can't get them. I don't want them to start chewing on those leaves. It could hurt them. Yeah, aquamarine. I'm trying to remember if I've seen some pieces in the store or not, because I honestly don't remember. Like, probably you could. Yeah, Marilyn's awesome. She's one of the vessels that I have from Creepy Hollows has her spirit in it. Yep, sure does. She insisted that they give me a pretty rainbow, like multicolored stone, because she knows that I love my colors. So that's exactly what her vessel is. It's like a real pretty rainbow colored kind of multi-fat. It's I'll show it to you sometime. It's really pretty. I gave you the card, right?
Yeah.
Oh, was you saying something else? Mwah.
Yeah, I'm running over to the store with my other wife.
Yeah, go away. We get teased. No, listen. It's a joke, dear. Okay. Because Maria, I call her my sister because she's like a sister to me. She's the one that's going to be moving with us when we move and stuff. And because her and Chris are seen out a lot of places, a lot of times, sometimes with me, sometimes not. Bye, Papa. Shush. Don't say that to my mama. See, she's backing me up. It's not really that way, but people, they see me and Chris, and then they see Chris and Maria, and they don't know which one's his wife. They think both of us are. But no, that is not the case at all. It's just, we're like, no, we're friends. And we have another friend in the building. His name's Harold, blind guy. They do the same to him and Maria because he's blind. So Maria will walk with him a lot of times. Yeah, exactly. Maria will walk with him a lot of times, like to the store, the Kroger and stuff, because it's fairly close to where we live. And, rather than, because I know Harold, he tries not to bother us too much. And I appreciate that. But he also knows that, like if it's crappy weather or whatever, it's like, that I would rather them be able to ride over in the car with us than to have to walk. So I know it looks like I'm squinting, which I'm not meaning to, but it's just my eyes are, without my glasses anymore. It's almost like it looks like my eyes are closed and they're not. See, at least this way you can kind of see my eyes a little better. So yeah, yesterday was busy because check days usually are. But like back to Harold and Maria, people have actually asked them, is that your wife? You guys are always, we always see you together. And they both laughed, said, no, we're just friends, because around here, people, it's just funny to me where people's minds go, that just because they see me and Maria and Chris together, they automatically think that, well, either one of them's his wife or both of them are. We got to hear them and I'm the top bitch. So you better not piss me off. Yeah, so it's okay. It's all good. Trust me. Everything's cool. Ooh, boo-boo kitty. I don't know how well you'd be able to see him. Let me try to turn the camera so now he gets down, runs off. I was going to try and show Boo-Boo Kitty on here for you so you could see what he looks like. People assume all kinds. Yeah, they do. They really do. It's just funny to me that their mind automatically goes where it does because it's just silly. He's camera shy. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Well, you got to remember, Carmela and Kalika, they tend to bully him a lot. And, I don't like that. But I've been, calling on Bast. I've been asking Bast, can you please help us to have some harmony here between these four? Because when Maria moves with us, we're going to have 7 cats. So that's going to be a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So when they bully him like they do, I have to be careful when I correct them because that's one of the things that triggers my rage. So I'll yell at them, but I try not to like smack them or anything like that if I can help it, because I'm more afraid I'll hurt them. Because when my rage is triggered over something like that, I tend to get too physical, and I don't want to hurt them. So, did you forget something? Oh, Butthead came in. Bella, come here, Bella. Come and see Mama. Trying to get Bella come over so maybe you'll be able to see him. He's beautiful. You'll love him. But yeah, they, and I mean, here's the thing. When we had Moochie, she was a female, and Carmela and Kalika are both females. She was declawed in the front. She never bothered anybody. She never bothered the other cats or anything. And Kalika and Carmela would corner her in the litter box and smack at her constantly, chase her. I mean, the poor thing, there were times when she would hide and not come out until one of us was awake for the day, because that's the only time she knew they would leave her alone, is if mommy and daddy were awake, because I just don't like that they do that. I mean, Kalika and Carmela were, I had them the longest before any other cats. This is just my incense burner. Isn't that pretty? And I'm getting ashes all over me. This is, it's kind of like, these are chakra symbols. And I believe it starts from the top and goes down. And this little figurine here is a woman. And I think it's some kind of yoga pose that she's doing or something. Can you see that? And see the colors? That's the chakra colors. So I use this a lot. And I do try to blow out the ashes each time to, keep it looking nice and clean. Yeah, exactly. That, and I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. I really don't, because it's not like we give the others more attention than them, because that's simply not true. Okay, this one I'm going to have to do on the floor because it's not going to fit in the hole for the incense burner. Because see how thick this thing is, how wide? And the hole on this thing is, I know you won't be able to see it. It's like real super tiny. It's way down in there. So what I do in a case like that is I very carefully sit that down, light it anyway. I think this is this might be a myrrh. It's myrrh. It's one of the herbs that Christ was buried with or whatever before he rose out of the, by Christian beliefs, before he rose from the cave 3 days. Yeah, yoga pose. So, but the story, I don't know if you've ever, read the Bible or something. I could never get past the names. There was just too many names. Father of, son of, daughter of, blah, blah, blah. It's mind blowing. It's too much. But, if Alicia moves in with us, then the tally of cats would go up to 9, because she's got 2. And they're both female, and I believe they're both fixed. So many names. Yeah, there really is. Like if you look in any Bible that I've seen, like especially a King James, which most of them are, that's the most common one that people know and go by and stuff. The names are there's just so many. It's like just trying to get through the names alone is monotonous and tedious. And so I wouldn't make it very far. However, even though I'm a witch, see, this is a misconception too that a lot of people have. I've heard where they're like, well, how can you be a witch and be a Christian? Well, technically you really can't, because Christian beliefs are completely, totally the opposite of anything even remotely Wiccan, which is what I consider myself, Wiccan, Wiccan or something like that. I think it's Wiccan. I know it's something like that. But anyway, I don't think I have my book handy. But, look up books on Wicca. Just, try to get positive ones, because there's like this one out there that's called Wicca for Men by A.J. Drew. Don't ever read that one, because the guy that wrote it, we know, and he is very, I don't know about now, but years ago, he was a bit full of himself and very egotistical and vain. And he ran an occult shop called Salem West. And, for the most part, AJ was a pretty cool dude, but this Wicca for Men book that he did totally cuts down women, says that women are, that Wicca is for men is, it was very degrading from what I heard. and stuff. And I won't get it for that reason. I won't purchase it. That's one book I will never have on my shelf, because when you're cutting down somebody else just because of their sex, to me, that's not right. I don't even know what the correct terminology is for that. But, it's like, if he's so against women, then why did he ever get married or anything? Yeah, don't read that one. One that I think would be good for you, and this one is the one that I use the most, and it's like one of the first Wiccan books that I ever did any spells out of, and it's called Wicca, the Solitaire Practitioner Guidebook, kind of, and it's by Scott Cunningham. So you look that up on Amazon or something, or, because I don't know like what kind of bookstores you guys have around there. That's exactly right. Yeah. See, that was some of my, as a woman, that was some of my gripe that, and not so happy, Yeah. Yeah. It's called Wicca, the Solitary Practitioner Guide. And it's for a single witch that is like me, that is not part of a coven. Okay. When you're part of a coven, that just basically means a group of witches get together, and some will get initiated into the craft. Others will not. I myself initiated myself into Wicca, and that book, Wicca, the Solitaire Practitioner, it's I'm pretty sure it goes Wicca Solitaire Practitioner Guide is the name of it. It's going to be black and green. The front label is going to be black and green, and there's going to be a little tiny picture, about not very big, that I think it's a nature scene or something, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, in that book, if you get it, there's a self-initiation ritual in it. So guess what Mama Jan did? I absolutely did the self-initiation. Because with an initiation, I think a lot of times people like to do initiations because it makes it more formal, I guess, or to some it makes it more official when they get initiated into the coven. But here's a kicker. Who initiated the first witch? Yeah. It's like, who initiated the first witch? Did people think about that? No. They're like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Now there's some good ones out there. I can name some titles for you, but I don't remember the authors offhand. And so help me if Chris ever watches this live stream and gripes at me about copyright infringement. I don't see how giving a title of a book and an author's name is copyright infringement. It's not like I'm trying to sell the book on here and say it's mine, because I would never do that. Another one is, yeah. So another good one that you might like is, it's called The Blue Book. And it's about yay tall. It's a pretty big size book. It's literally blue on the front cover. I think it's like blue and silver. And it says, it's by, what was that guy's name? I can't even think of it. But it's called the Wicca Blue Book, and I have it. Hang on a minute. Let me go grab the title so you can see it. And then that way, it just, if you guys have like a library there or anything, you could always go and see if you could find some of these books and check them out. Just read them just so you're more familiar. Hang on, let me go get these so you know what ones you're looking for. Okay, Buckland. That's it. Buckland, and I think my other one, is it still in here? So I don't really think I got it out, did I? Yep, here it is. And you know what? I look at it this way. If YouTube does like send me some kind of message or something saying I'm doing something wrong, then I won't do it. It's not copyright infringement. It's called recommendation, which is allowed. Yes, exactly my point. And he's not here, so we're going to do it anyway, huh? This is the Wicca Solitaire Practitioner Guide that I was telling you about. See how it got the little nature scene on it? There's a witch sitting in a circle, and it's black and green, and it's by Scott Cunningham. I know you're seeing it backwards or whatever, and I apologize for that. This one I call my Bible. This is the first one that I ever did spells out of. And this is Buckland's Blue Book. So you look for Raymond Buckland. It's blue and silver. You can't miss it. And it says The Complete Book of Witchcraft. These are both really good books. This one actually has a section in here where you can test yourself just to see how much knowledge you have. Here we go. Let me get back to the first page here. Was it introduction or? Okay, lesson 1, for instance, is the history and philosophy of witchcraft. So you read through it. It gives you a lot of pictures, of like different symbols. And like this one here is a goddess symbol. She's got really, really big boobies, which, of course, make the guys stupid. But this is a jug with horn god motive on it. This is, I forget the name of that one. And these are shaman drawings that you can see on a cave. So, just to get you started and give you an idea. And if you want to know, just out of curiosity or whatever, the section that the self-dedication is in, I believe is, self-dedication. Chapter 12, page 95. So if you get this one, remember chapter 12, page 95. That will have your self-dedication. So I just thought that was interesting. There you go. See, there you go. So now you got some to go by to start you out. And like I said, just because you read a book about witchcraft doesn't mean you're a witch. But if you feel that feels right to you, that you feel the pull like I did, then do it. I mean, absolutely do it. But my belief has always been this. Yeah, I got a stray hair that just don't want to cooperate. My belief has always been this. Whatever religious beliefs you have in this life, okay? I know that's going to look funny now, but I want to see my crown better. There we go. And my hair's sticking up all funny. What a fright. But I always felt the pull to it when I was younger because it just, I don't know, it felt right to me. So when I was a kid, now you'll see this in probably other YouTube videos of mine. When I was a kid, I would come home with a stack of books like that high, every bit intending to read every single one of them. And no, I wouldn't even get through one. So the library they got sick of me a little bit. Excuse me, because I was always going in there getting these stacks of books and they would give me the weirdest looks. Like, didn't you just have a stack of these last week and you read all of these and you're how old? Yeah. So anyway, Teen Witch, if you want to look that one up, again, like I said, you should be able to punch it in on Amazon and it'll bring it up. I don't remember. Oh, wait, Silver Ravenwolf. Remember Silver Ravenwolf? That is the author, like Matilda. Yeah, absolutely. So whatever belief system, leave my hair alone. I swear there's a spirit keeps knocking my hair around my shoulders. Whatever your religious beliefs, whatever your religious path, that, in my opinion, is what you are meant to follow. Because there are lessons there that will help you to grow spiritually as a person and stuff like that. Now, the Buckland Blue book, I got through some of the lessons, but at one point I stopped doing them because I thought, oh, this is ridiculous. I don't really need to do this. What am I trying to prove? I have nothing to prove, But it was fun. It was fun to do. It was fun to, it can inspire you, sometimes to, do other stuff that maybe, can help somebody else. Like when I was in Marysville, I had a coven, but they were all teenagers. I was the only adult. And even though they considered it a coven, we kind of considered it a coven, but I don't think I even so much as gave us a name. But they loved it. They loved my lessons. They loved how I taught. Yes, I teach the craft. I've been doing it 32 years. So yeah. But I look at it this way, even if it's a subject that I don't know about, well, then we can both always look it up and find other resources and we can both learn it together. So you're still learning. There's another one that I have called Candle Making Rituals, or candle rituals or something like that. I know it's a book of strictly candle rituals. Now, in that same book, I believe, is it that one or is it Charms, Spells, and Formulas? There's another one called Charms, Spells, and Formulas. Don't remember the author, but it has puppets in it, where you can do the little dolls, the little voodoo dolls and stuff. Now, when it comes to voodoo dolls, a lot of people think, oh, get away from me, you're doing evil magic. No, puppet simply is, it's a focal point. If you want to draw good health to somebody, do a puppet for healing. If you want to draw more money into the house, do a puppet of yourself and put it somewhere in the house that only you know where it is. I think hang on, got to put on my eyeballs or I can't see. I think there might be a spirit in our home that plays with Cohen, the baby, as he'll be staring at it and follow it around, then be laughing and giggling for no apparent reason. Oh yeah, there could be. Let's see. I don't wait. I do have one handy. Okay. If I can get it out without making a mess. Have you ever seen a pendulum before? Now you're saying that's a pencil. Yes. It is a number 2 standard pencil that you would use in school. It has an eraser. It has a needle and thread. Now, you can take this, if this is all you have, and you can turn it into a pendulum. Now, watch this, okay? You can see that, let me drop it down. You can see that my hand is not moving, okay? Check this shit out. Show me yes. See, I don't know if you can tell, but it's going in a circle. Okay, stop. And then it stops. Okay, show me no. And no is back and forth. See, you can tell I'm not moving my hand. It's doing it completely on its own. And that's just a pencil. So yeah, you can take a simple pencil, but it has to be kind of small like this, because if it's too big, it throws off the balance. For a pendulum to be accurate, it has to be a certain weight. Yeah. So with this, you can ask yes or no questions. You can ask with your mind. If it's a question you don't want to verbally speak around others, you think it in your head and don't speak a word, and then it will still answer. Watch, I'll think of something. Okay, I got something. See it? See it moving in a circle? Okay, now, I just asked it in my head. Now, you're going to laugh at this one, but that's the whole point. Does my daughter, Brooke Sutton, love me? And it immediately started going in a circle. So I know you do, but, that was just like an example. This idea came from my mother, who, even though she's very much a witch, she's open about it to a point. But if you asked her if she was a witch, she would say no. She would say no. She doesn't like to view herself that way, but yet she has abilities just like I do, because I'm pretty sure witches run in our family, and it's on the female side. Not to say that there aren't some males as well. Yeah, it is. And it's a lot of fun. Pendulums are a lot of fun because there's a yes, there's a no, and then there's also a uncertain. Like if you ask a question that it's not sure how to answer, then it will go like more like this, like in a vertical kind of position. Because horizontal, which is this way, that's traditionally no. Circle means yes. But I always ask, show me yes and show me no, because sometimes it switches. Now, another thing you have to think about too and keep in mind when you're new and just starting out and learning how to do it, you can influence it by thought. Okay, I just proved that. By thinking a thought, you can influence it. Now, if you want it to give you an accurate answer instead of what you want to hear, okay, then once you state the question, whether mentally or out loud, if you're like by yourself or whatever, so people don't look at you like, what are you doing? Never mind, it's a witch thing. Just, it's okay. Really, go ahead. Just go about your business. But you think to yourself after you've asked the question, I wonder what the answer will be. I wonder what the answer will be. I wonder, you got to keep that in your mind, because if you don't, it's so easy to influence. I mean, think about it. These pencils have pretty much no weight to them, really. It's the length that made it possible. And I do have some actual pendulums around here somewhere. I've got like 3 or 4 of them. I've got one that's a moonstone crystal, and I got a couple of others. Now, the moonstone crystal, I got that from Gen Con, which is I don't know if you know what Gen Con even means. It's a festival of, just in case you don't, it's a festival where people go and dress up. There's a lot of gaming going on. Like, I mean, they will literally have a gymnasium sized room of nothing but gamers. Yeah. Yeah. It's, you can look it up. Just look up Gen Con and it should bring it up, at least some information on it. Or you could bring up Marcon, Marcon. Same kind of principle. It's a festival of celebration. Sometimes, Gen Con, I don't know about. I think it's possible, but for certain, sometimes when a Marcon is going on, celebrities will show up. Because the very first Marcon I worked, there was a celebrity there. I walked by the guy all throughout the day, and I didn't even know who it was. By the time I realized who it was too late. And I was like, no! It was the guy that, I don't know which one he played. But if you've ever seen the series Battlestar Galactica, again, you can look it up. There is 2 characters on there. One's a blonde and one's a brunette. One of them, I think his name's Apollo. I'm not absolute for sure. But it was either the dark-haired one or the blonde. The actor that plays the character was actually there at the Marcon, and I didn't even know it. And because if I would have known it, I would have so gotten an autographed picture of him. But it just didn't dawn on me. And I mean, I literally walked right by his table all throughout the day, and it just never dawned on me that find out who that was. And now I regret it, because I'll probably never get that again. But when you get to, and because I don't know, like I said, I don't know how far you've gotten in my YouTube videos or anything yet, and there's no rush. Take your time. Whatever ones you feel drawn to, go ahead and watch them. I'm not expecting you to do it all day long or anything of that nature, because I know you have stuff you're trying to do, just like we do here. So that's why I have to be selective when I decide to do a live stream, what time of day. And I keep glancing every now and then, because I don't know if Holly will pop on at all, because I don't even know where she's investigating right now, because it's only like about 5:35 roughly here. So it's not really that late in the day. Oh, 4:30. Sorry. There goes my hair again. It will not stay around the back. I mean, I move my head the slightest little bit and my hair falls down around my shoulders. So if it's the spirit doing it, stop it. If it's me doing it, this is what happens when I have my hair down. I end up, it goes over my shoulders. I've watched quite a few. I have the plane most of the day. Oh, okay. Yeah. So have you gotten to the toxic relationships one? Because I don't know if the toxic relationships one is in this account or if it's in the Janet Mabius one. It's been too long. But toxic relationships. Yeah, I know what you meant. It's okay. I know what you meant, hon. It's all right. The toxic relationships one is, it's one about me and Chris, and it was I forget exactly which one, but it was a fight that we had, an argument, and it was very, very hurtful. Okay. It's in the Janet one. Yeah. That one was, I mean, you'll hear me crying. You'll see me crying. But it's, like I said, I believe in being fair and showing the flip side of things, because for the most part, Chris is a decent guy. He's been with me the longest, literally. Cause I mean, 14 years is pretty long. That's more than a decade. So yeah. I mean, it kind of comes and goes. Like, we have good days and bad days. But my point behind that one mostly was this. Sometimes we get ourselves, and I'm not saying this is you and Michael at all, honey, so don't think that, okay? Sometimes couples will think, that they're absolutely the greatest thing for each other. And, they just dive in head over heels, first and foremost. And with me and Chris, because of his upbringing and how traumatic it was for him, and because of my upbringing and how traumatic it was for me, it's kind of, the relationship's always being tested to the breaking point. And that's what makes it the hardest for me, because how sometimes it's nice just to be loved by your mate, but they don't expect sex from you. What's wrong with just caressing them, or something like that? Why does it always have to lead to sex? The only time that I get any kind of affection from him that way is when he wants to do the naughty. So that causes problems, because it makes me angry. And at the same time, it makes me hurt, because I feel like, why can't you do that and not expect any end result? Just do it to do it, because you want to be affectionate. I used to sleep, I would lay on his shoulder at night. And I usually couldn't lay there very long, but I would lay on his shoulder. And then after a few minutes, it would start bugging him. And I could tell. I would just, roll over to my side of the bed and stay on my side of the bed. But the downside being, because we both come from very traumatic backgrounds, I know that's a lot of the reason why we have issues. But I actually did an astrological thing on us, hun, me and him. And the thing that always stood out to me was the relationship will always be tested to the breaking point. And I have been suffering this for 14 years. And I'm not happy, not really. I need some time to myself. I never get it. The money's not there. I don't have the resources. I don't have a friend that I can run and escape to for a weekend. Because if I do, even if I did, well, I have one in Marion, but she's got kids. So if I go over there, the kids love me to bits. I love them as well. I go over there. It's not doing me the solitude that I need. It's not helping me to have time to myself, because I don't want to be rude. I haven't seen my friend Katie in a long time. And, but she's in Marion. She lives in Marion. And as you know, that's where Michael's at in Marion Correctional. But Katie, she has kids. And, I love them to bits, but I need some time for me, and I just never get it. The only thing even remotely close to having time for myself is during the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, when Norma is working. So from basically roundabout, let's say I get up at 9, I get down there by 10, because she's the one you're going to be staying with. So you're going to hear me call her Maria a lot. Sometimes I'll call her Norma. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? But she prefers to be called Maria. And yeah, as far as the whole thing with me and Chris, see, you can understand it. See, this is what I mean. This is where, women tend to bond closer with one another, because we can talk about these things and we get it. But when you talk about these things to a man, they kind of look at you like, what language are you speaking? Because I don't get it. And it's frustrating, because you're busting your butt trying to create a communication between the two. And I've even went so far as got self-help books about it. If you want some really good books, honey, that maybe will help you a lot, because they have certainly helped me, look for, I call them the Mars and Venus books by Dr. John Gray. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And believe me, there's some stuff in there that when you read it, it helps you to see things from a male perspective as well as a female. And if the male is willing, it will do the same for them. They can see things from a woman's point of view, and they can also help them to see it from theirs. You know what I'm saying? Gets really frustrating sometimes, as they can take it the wrong way. The majority. Yes, exactly. And it's not, so it's kind of like you get at your wit's end. you literally get to the point to where you're like, okay, well, I've tried everything. What the hell is left? Because I'm done. I've been done. I want out. I want my own, I want my freedom. You know, I only had this apartment for 7 months, 7 months completely to myself, because the December of 2007 is when Chris moved in. So I only literally had this place to myself. This was my apartment. Okay. And I busted my butt to get that. I got lucky, and a counselor that I was seeing at the time, she knew somebody that was into, you know, that had some apartment buildings. So she got me in touch with the very man that gave me this apartment that I'm in today. So I only had the place to myself for 7 months. And here's another thing that makes it difficult too between couples is men, traditionally, a lot of times they're the breadwinners. They're the ones that run the home and, you know, different things. Well, nowadays we try to maintain a balance where sometimes the female does things and sometimes the male does things. Like, I've taken laundry duties back because Chris, with the nerve damage in his hands, he doesn't feel how wet clothing is, believe it or not, when he brings it upstairs in a heap, tosses it on the bed, and then now I gotta turn the apartment into a giant fucking closet to dry a lot of stuff because it's soaking wet. And stuff can't sit around like that because it will mold and mildew, and then guess what? You got to throw your clothes out and get more, which we don't have money to get. Yes, exactly. You need that separate time. You need to be able to be away from each other. Kind of like Michael driving us nuts with all this constant calling. It's like, Michael, we love you, son, but damn, okay? Let the poor woman breathe, okay? She's got a life. We've got lives. We can't just keep putting phone minutes on your phone because you don't know how to manage them. You blow through them too much, and you expect us to just keep coming up with money we don't have, you know? I mean, what do you want us to do, son? You know, we love you, but damn, come on, chill the fuck out. I mean, we're doing our best. And, you know, that's what I mean. It's like sometimes men will come on to smothering like that, where they don't see that they're doing any wrong. They don't feel that they're doing any wrong. In their minds, they're just being affectionate. In our minds, we're like, dude, could you like move like a few feet that way? I can't breathe, okay? Because you're like in my face, and I love you, but damn. So you need to give each other time. You need to have, because if you're around each other all the time, and this is me and Chris's problem, if you're around each other all the time, even though most of the time he's in the dining room on the computer on the desk, which used to be mine, and I'm in here on my laptop, you know? So you see what I'm saying? And yes, I do get loud. I do have a loud speaking voice, and I've been trying to learn to check myself and you realize when I'm doing it so that I can stop doing it, because I'm not trying to yell at the top of my lungs. Just when I get very passionate about something or very aggravated about something or excited, especially, like I wish you would have seen me when I opened this crown. I was like, and I literally just started crying. And then the necklace too. And I was like, oh my God, she didn't. And I just started crying because it was so precious. It's that precious to me. Once you're in a house, I think will be a lot better, as there will be more room. Yes. Excuse me. Once we get the house, there is definitely going to be a Janet cave that nobody's allowed to go in except by invitation. That most likely is going to be my place of Zen, my place of meditation, my place of chill, my place of, I need some solitude. I need some time to myself. You want me to stay home and do it? Fine. Don't bother me in my room. When I'm done and I'm ready to socialize again, then I'll come out. I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not trying to say I love you any less or you've done anything wrong, because that's not it at all. Yes, you did, honey. You did. You really did. And, I love you for it. Absolutely. And I'm sorry that it's taking so long for us to get you your ring. But, and I think it's absolutely sweet and adorable that you're willing to pay towards the postage and handling. But I don't want you to have to do that, sweetie. You're putting out so much money already. You're trying to keep phone minutes on there for Michael. You're getting him food boxes. You're doing so much for him, And, I know he appreciates it. And I know that a lot of times he doesn't maybe mean to come on strongly, but he does. It's like sometimes it's hard for guys to realize when they're coming on too strong. And how do you get them to understand that without making them feel like they're being attacked? Yeah. So, but, so men, sometimes, they need a little guidance. They need a little, I was seeing something weird on my bottle here, and I'm like, what is that? So it's just like cobwebs and stuff. But it's been my experience that once you learn what the skills and abilities that, the only reason why, or the main reason why I'm having so much trouble in this relationship is because I've never had a successful relationship. The longest that anybody has stayed with me before Chris was 4 years. Okay, so you take that 4 years and put 10 more on top of it, okay? But Chris being a Virgo and his birthday being August 27th, 1964, and because, like I said, the trauma of his upbringing on top of the trauma of my upbringing, it's like, boom, and I don't want to feel that way about him. I want to be able to feel that love between us again. I just don't know how, because sadly, it's been my experience that, and I'm not saying all men are like this, but to them, part of how they show us their love is in the bedroom. And yeah, it can be very hard, so, but like when they love us in a intimate way, let's put it that way. Let's be delicate here. I'm not trying to turn this into a pornographic thing. That would be Chris. But, so last night he was making the moves like he wanted to do something, and I really didn't feel like it. And I just told him, I said, look, I'm sorry, but because I was exhausted, I was really tired. And here's the thing too, that messes me up is when it comes to him and I, and that type of intimacy, if you know what I mean, because of his breathing issues and because he has lung problems, he has 2 stents in his heart, and stuff like that. It makes it more difficult. Yes, exactly. You forget to appreciate each other. You forget to see each other as individuals. Like he says, and I'm not saying that he's lying, but he says he would like me to share my life with him. When he said that to me one day, I was like, okay, we've been together 14 years. How exactly have I not been sharing my life with you? But what he meant more was like, when I go out for the day, and I come back, share with him like some fun things that happen, or the really intimate times. It should just be spending time together in the, yes, non-sexual way. Exactly. So when he and I try to go there, within like a handful of minutes into it, he goes into an asthma attack. Now, come on, okay? It terrifies the hell out of me. It scares the crap out of me. And I want to stop right then and there. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this. Because then, he has to bring his breathing back down. And then, it just keeps like flaring up. So I don't, it's like, I don't. What I'm looking for in my life and the type of relationship I'm looking for, more than a physical, is more a mental. Yeah, it is. Exactly. So it's like, and I've tried to explain that to him. I said, look, babe, I said, I'm not trying to be a bitch here. I'm not trying to deny you that. I'm really not. but it makes it difficult to even try because I know a handful of minutes into it, you're going to go into an asthma attack. That scares the crap out of me. And I'm just like, okay, that's it. Stop. Just stop. I don't want to do this. Because what is going to happen if he insists and he keeps going, and then it could really hurt him, maybe even kill him. I mean, I don't want to live with that the rest of my life. I mean, he would joke about it and say, well, at least I'd die with a smile on my face, and I'd want to punch him, because it's like, don't make jokes. Okay. He won't quit smoking. Yes. Yes. And, he even, some of the ways, for instance, that he has tried, really, really tried to help me to understand, is he did a printout, okay, of this, literally had pictures of I guess, certain positions that maybe people that have lung issues could try with their partner that's going to be the most comfortable for them. But get this, that's all well and fine and good, but every single position that it showed on that paper, I can't do because it causes me pain. Yeah, exactly. See, it's like, that's some of my difficulties with men, is the way they joke about stuff, the way they're so flippant and open about multiple partners and being in a polyamorphous relationship where you have more than one partner. And, just as like, dude, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I'm not into that. I'm never going to be into that. But you obviously are. So if that's the kind of life you want to go back to, there's the door. Don't let it hit you in the keister on the way out, because I ain't got time for this. I have crap to do. I'm trying to get my own life sorted. I'm trying to get me sorted. I'm trying to even find myself. And I can't do that because I'm always here all the time. Yeah. And it's like, so there's a time to tease and there's a time to stop. Chris, being the way that he is, he tends to take teasing too far. Okay. There have been numerous times in the past, and I'm not ganging up on him or bringing up old, wounds or anything like that. But this stood out. It stands out to me still to this day because he hurt my daughter in the process. He would joke about, sexual content, sexual related stuff, and this and that. And, I mean, he even, like, he would tease Alicia about other stuff that would literally make her cry. Like, I don't remember exact, because I didn't hear the words, I don't think, or I was like half listening. But there was this one incident. We were at the mall one day, and I don't remember what exactly he said to her or what he did, but he was teasing her because, see, that's the way he claims he was brought up, that if I don't tease you and I don't pick on you, then I don't like you. Okay. Well, that's all well and fine and good, but there is a point when you should just stop. Okay. Now the running joke is, yeah. And now the running joke is, and I'm trying to laugh it off, but, here shortly, I mean, there's going to be a time when I'm going to be like, okay, you need to shut the hell up about that, Chris, because it's not funny to me anymore. But because of the people around this area that know us well enough, sometimes they see me and Chris together. Sometimes they see me, Chris, and Maria together. And apparently they don't seem to understand which one is his wife, or are we both his wives? So he laughs it off, and it strokes his ego that people think that he's got two wives. Well, he must be special. No, she's my sister, and I don't do that kind of crap. So shut up, because one, it's none of y'all's damn business in the first fucking place. Two, why y'all being nosy like you are and even saying that kind of shit to me, or saying it near me or around me, or I find out about it through Chris, and it pisses me off. Yeah, exactly. And that's like, Chris, you need to stop, because this shit is not funny anymore. Okay. Now, a lot of times he forces my hand. He'll take teasing so far that I will literally snap at him and say, I don't need to hear this shit from you. Okay. Now, I don't know how long he's going to be gone, and just hear me all the way through. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, to give you an example, sweetie. And if this don't piss you off, I don't know what will, and that is not my goal. Okay, so just hear me all the way through, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from here. Apparently, okay, now first let me ask you this. Okay, if we were two guys, right? Guys have a certain way that they can talk about stuff, right? And it's completely normal to them. They don't think that they're doing any wrong, and oh, we can't talk about this around women because they get upset. Well, yeah, we have a damn good reason. Okay, apparently a while back, you'll know the incident I'm speaking of, okay? Because it still pisses me off. It really does, okay? Michael and Chris had a conversation, which I was not around, thank goddess, when this happened. Because if I was, and I would have heard Michael's end of the conversation, I would be on that phone ripping him a new one, okay? Not so much, it's like, okay, something like what I'm about to say that two guys share should stay between those two guys. I don't want to hear this shit. So here's the incident I'm speaking of. A while back, you and Michael had a video visit, okay? And apparently, like the last minute or two before the video visit cut off, you dropped your pants. Michael told Chris. Now, if they would have just kept it between them, that would have been a totally different thing. But Chris told me about it, and the look on his face when he said it is what fucking pissed me the fuck off. Because he had a look on his face like, she dropped her drawers. Like it was something cool. Like it was something that turned him on. Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? We can't be mad at Michael over this, okay, honey? We really can't. The target here would be Chris. But that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I don't want to fucking hear that. I mean, you might as well tell my son to walk through the door right now, strip completely fucking nude, and walk around in front of me. That's what it felt like. It felt like a fucking slap in the face, and you can tell how much it made me angry because I'm fucking pissed. But again, don't be mad at Michael. Be mad at Chris. Keep this between us, and now you know why. Yeah, because that's what I mean. He goes too far, and it pisses me the fuck off. Because of his open attitude and his, I can't sleep with anybody unless I love them. Okay, whatever. So, does that mean now that you love Maria and Maria is gonna move in with us? So now you're gonna, like, when I'm not there, you're gonna try to come on to her? It raises too many questions I should not be thinking, things I should not be feeling. Chris should have kept his fucking mouth shut and kept that between him and Michael. He should have, there was no reason for him to say that to me. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, okay? Chris is the kind, and this is some of the issues I have with him, okay? This is the skeletons in the closet that I feel as your mother-in-law. You have the fucking right to know because you're marrying into the family, okay? Because it would be far more hurtful if he did something like that in front of you, because I'm telling you what, you wouldn't be the only one walking out the door. I would be right behind you. Yeah, exactly. See, this is my issues. You see why I'm not happy? Because he's too open about that stuff. I don't even want to have sex with him anymore, to be quite honest, because he disgusts me. He almost never brushes his teeth. His breath smells like he drank from a freaking sewage bowl, and his mouth is so toxic that he's actually drooled in my mouth before, okay, and it fucking made me sick. It literally gave my throat an infection because of all the toxicity in his system. Because his teeth need all yanked, and he needs fucking dentures, but he won't do it. He can't stand needles. He can't stand the sight of needles, yet he was able to get a tattoo. His ways of thinking are not, in my opinion, proper, okay? And this is the final one that I'll share with you because I'm really not trying to keep this negative. And we'll get on to more positive stuff. Is it November yet? Because I want to see my daughter. meaning you, of course, um, several years ago. And this was back when Michael was with Kara. She is unfortunately the mother of my grandbabies through Michael. One of which is the only one she has now. She has Kaylin, which is my granddaughter, but her and Michael are no more. They've been no more for a long time, so don't freak out on that. Yeah, exactly. But Dylan, she gave up. That's another story for another time. But several years ago, Michael and Kara were here and they were visiting. Okay. It was the middle of summer. We had no air conditioning in here whatsoever. We were sitting around and I was sitting around in my bathing suit because it was so bloody hot. And I mean, even sitting around in my bathing suit, I was still, sweat was just pouring off of me. Okay. Chris was drunk, seriously drunk off his keister. I had a friend here named Della that is a virgin. Now we know how rare those are. She is a virgin. And I am so proud of her that she is adamant about, you ain't getting this unless you put a ring on it, baby. You put a ring on my finger. We get married. When we consummate our marriage, it will not be any time except after the wedding. Okay, when it's official, then you can have it all you want. Well, Chris was drunk. He was on the computer in the dining room. The rest of us, Della included, it was Della, me, Michael, and Kara. Yeah, exactly. So Chris, stripped completely nude. Okay, no joke. Stripped completely nude, was drunk off his keister, and he just didn't seem to care who was around. Like, it was completely okay for him to do this. Now, with the area that we live in, as dangerous as it is, and coupled with how far away Della lives from this place, from our place, she walked out the door. Yeah, she walked out the door, walked out of the building, and started walking home in the middle of the night because she was so angered by his stupidity. Okay. Kara is the one that noticed that he was nude because I didn't. We were watching a movie and we were all facing that direction. Okay. Chris was over here. Kara happened to look up, and I think out of the corner of her eye is what did it. She noticed that, oh my God, he's naked. So she told me, yeah, exactly. So she told me, she's like, Mom. And she tried to whisper it. She was trying not to say it too loud because she didn't even want to make him aware, okay, that he was, because he just didn't care. Now, granted, this was one incident, okay? And if he was to hear me talking about this right now, he'd probably get pissed because he says, I don't let things go. Well, in a circumstance like this and what he did, even though it was only one time, you understand why I'm still a little miffed about it. So Kara, she's like, Mom. And I said, what? She said, he's naked. I said, what? And I went off on him. I went the fuck off on him. I'm like, you son of a bitch, get your fucking clothes back on, you stupid bastard. I mean, I went the hell off on him. Oh my God, I wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill him, Brooke. I literally wanted to walk up and grab his junk and rip it off his fucking body and cram it down his throat and laugh while he choked to death on it. He fucking enraged me to no end when he did that. Okay, I had to look out the window to make sure he hasn't pulled back up. Okay, now granted, I mean, Nora, listen to me. Maria might have went with him because she had some stuff she didn't want, she wanted to get at the store. Yeah, exactly. It's like, that is the kind of shit you don't fucking do. Especially when there's people in the house that maybe don't appreciate you running around like that. I was so mad at him. And I'm still mad to this day. And I think I have damn good right to be. I won't bring it up. And like I said, if he sees this video, I really don't give a damn. I'm glad that it's all out on the table because this is the kind of shit that for obvious reasons I will hold inside myself because it's so unthinkable. It's so horrifying and traumatic, and it triggers my rage like nobody's business, okay? So he left. He literally walked out that night. He was walking around with a shopping cart full of his clothes or some bullshit. He was walking around barefoot. He got blisters on his feet. He just really, because he felt like it was proper for him to do penance because his behavior was inappropriate. And I'm like, no, you don't do that. So me and Adela, me, Michael, and Kara, we all left. Okay. We left, we went and we looked for Della. It's like, I wouldn't have even cared how many streets we had to go up and down or anything. And, because we were concerned about her safety, because I'm serious, sweetie, there's gunshots goes off outside our windows a lot. Just because we're on the top floor doesn't make me any less nervous. It shouldn't be going on this close to home. You know what I'm saying? So we found Della, and it took all three of us to get her to get back in the car and tell her Chris is not with us. We left his ass back at home. We just want to get you home safe. We totally understand your rage. We totally understand you're upset. We are right there with you. But please, Della, please get in the car and just let us take you home. We are so sorry for his behavior. And because alcoholism is a prevalent factor in my life, and different relatives, my mother included, have fallen victim to alcoholism, I refuse to follow that path. I may drink socially. I may drink a glass of champagne once in a while or something like that. Or if I'm at a party, yeah, I might have one drink, but I'm not going to be like, glug, 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 let's see how fast I can get it down my gullet so I can be toasted. So I can have, here's, now this may seem weird to some people, but to me, it doesn't seem weird at all. I can have other types of alcohol in my house, in my apartment, but beer is not one of them. I constantly, and I mean, he doesn't get beer very often, but when he does, I want to just leave, because every single time he starts to drink, and I don't know what he's liable to do next, that's going to further enrage me to the point that I'm like, just get the fuck out. I've had it with your shit. Just fucking leave. I don't want to put up with this anymore. So it's very uncomfortable for me to have beer in my fridge. I can have wine coolers. I can have Jack Daniels. I can have Mad Dog. I can have wines. I can have, champagnes, but not beer. And every time I've tried to explain that to him, he don't understand it. He don't get it. He will then proceed to throwing things in my face like, well, you drink too, or, I try to get you wine coolers if I'm going to get beer, or, something like that. And it's like, okay, that's all well and fine and good, but just because you're drinking doesn't mean I want to. So after that horrific incident, it makes me nervous to be around him when he's drinking, because I don't trust him. I just don't. And this is a lot of anger to hold on to. Yeah. And, I just wish that I could get him to understand, of all the things that I will allow in the apartment, I just wish that beer did not have to be one of them, because beer almost took my mother away from me when I was 14 years old. She got herself in an incident where these two men literally tried to kill her, and they almost succeeded. She had to jump out of a 2-story window and landed on concrete and busted her hip ball all to hell. And these motherfuckers, once they realized she was out of the house, they came after her and tried to pick her up off the ground and take her over by the railroad tracks. They were going to kill my mom. This is what alcohol almost took away from me. And being a mother myself, I don't ever want to get to that point to where I am so stupid and irresponsible that I get myself in a situation that almost gets me killed. And Chris is never going to understand that. He's never going to understand it from that point of view. He says I'm overreacting. He says I'm comparing him to my father, who is dead now. He was a Virgo too. I'm not comparing Chris to him, but every time some of his behaviors that I don't like, that triggers my rage and hurts me deeply, and gets me so frustrated because I can't get through to him and get him to understand the why behind, I don't need this. Okay. I have sent him away so many times, and every single time he finds a way back in. He finds an excuse, and I'm stupid enough to take him back every time. And now here I am today. I'm miserable. I'm not happy. I don't feel any connection with him. Yeah, they're back. I don't, what we may have once had is just not there anymore. And to be honest, and again, let's keep this between you and me. And even if he does see the video later, I really don't care, because it's not like it's anything that I haven't said before. I want out. This to me has enough elements of toxicity in it that I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I just want to be free, and that's just not going to happen. I'm like, even if Mr. Right walked in the door tomorrow, I would still be stuck with Chris until he dies. But anyway, they're back, so hopefully Chris won't get too nosy and start looking at all the stuff that, we've written here. But again, that thing about you and Michael, okay, you know what I mean? The video visit, let's keep that between you and me, because that really pissed me off, and it really hurt me. So I keep praying to the goddess. Please, if I can't have another man in my life that is going to treat me right, and I'm not saying Chris doesn't, but there's just too much wrong keep in mind, that's just a couple of incidents that I've shared with you, and I'm glad that it's just me and you, talking about this. But yeah, it's not, people don't see this side of it. They always, when they look at us, they're like, oh, you guys look so great together. No. If anyone ever tells you that a Virgo and a Capricorn are a good match, don't listen. No, don't listen. Holy mother of wow. What'd you guys do by the store? Yeah, I know. Well, did you get what you wanted to get, sweetie?
All I want is my 2 milk. The last time wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
And then I got my 2 bacon.
Yeah.
I got enough hamburger and all that meat from the lady.
Oh,
remember?
Look what Brooke sent me.
From that lady. Who?
Look what Brooke sent me. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, you can take it off for a minute to look at it. Yeah, she's on live stream with me. Okay. And she got me this too. It's Harry Potter. It's one of the houses. I forget which one, but I can't remember if this one's Hufflepuff or which one it is. Did she make that, or she bought it. I think she bought it. Seen that before. Bought it on Amazon. Yeah, that came today. I cried. I did. I cried. I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty.
This is pretty.
I'm showing off my tiara that you got me.
I don't see her.
Yeah, you don't. You only see me. She's over here. She's over here talking.
Usually you could see her.
Yeah.
You can see that person.
There's Maria. Say hi.
Hi. How you doing? Yeah, my little sister.
Hufflepuff. Yeah, I'm her little sister. She's actually 10 years older than me, but she's not really. She just thinks that she is. I love you. Oh, I'm actually giving you a compliment.
That you coming down later or what?
I might, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how long I'm doing the live stream.
I told Chris not to.
Is that everything, babe?
Yeah, I told Chris not to tomorrow. I'm
Okay.
cooking the meatloaf. It's
Okay.
already out.
Yeah, because I kind of figured you both went because I know you said you had to get some stuff.
Yeah, I just want to.
But I had to do a live stream and I had to dote on my daughter and tell her how much it meant to me
Did
that
you
she
see
got
it?
me these
Did you
beautiful
see it?
things. I don't know. Did you?
Huh?
Brooke sent me this.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, he saw it. Yeah, he saw it. And yeah, I love it. So yeah, she's like, "Hi,
Hi.
That's my other wife.
Maria." Yeah, see, funny, right? Funny, haha. Can I smack him
they
now?
think we are. They think in the store we are his husband,
His wife.
his
Yeah.
wife. I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I already told her about that. I said, yeah, we've been having quite the laugh about it.
We always at the store.
Yep.
Yeah, and it'll be happening even more later.
Oh,
Once
Lord.
removed.
Thank you. She's like, smack him.
Me?
No, him.
Yeah, I know.
Me smack
You
him.
smack
Me
him.
smack him because it's the two wives. It's like, no, that is not what's going on here.
He's only kidding.
Yeah. And I mean, we try to, put it in a good light. We try to be laughy, funny about it. Be careful. That's my aquamarine.
Rocks?
Yeah, that's untumbled aquamarine.
It's rocks.
Yeah. Look here. Look at this one, and then open that and look at some of those. This is aquamarine. Those are all aquamarine.
We didn't get all these. We bought them.
I got these from Creepy Hollows.
Oh.
And see, it has that brown on that side because I use it
smells
for
like reefer.
yeah, because I've used it like that. So
Okay.
what? Ooh, grilling broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. All right. Does that mean we're cooking out?
No, tonight.
Not tonight.
And then there's Brussels sprouts, carrots, and onions. Yeah, those look good.
Yeah, you can have the Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, he can't stand Brussels sprouts. I love them. I think they're awesome.
Can I have one?
No, not rocks.
Can I have one?
I've only,
Yeah, as long as you don't take my big one. If
I
there's
don't
like
want the big one.
Yeah.
What?
I don't want the
I've
big
only had them boiled, so I don't know.
Okay.
Grilled,
Yeah,
I
just
might
see
like.
what one speaks to you. If you want a piece, yeah, because I mean, I had a whole pound of it, and only 2 pieces are missing. The one that I just showed you that I use, and the one that I let Alicia have. But man, can you imagine how pretty this one would be, Brooke, if I got it polished? Oh
I was
man.
gonna put it in my thing.
Yeah, just
Man, you
whatever.
got
If
that
there's,
thing,
if
you
there's,
got that.
yeah. What? Oh, thank you. He got me some more pizza rolls. Yeah, I'm a pizza roll fiend. You do? You love Brussels sprouts? Yeah. That's my girl.
I do too.
That's my girl.
We all do. All do.
He's like, I knew there was something weird about you.
Well,
Meaning
besides
you.
her being liking Michael.
Yeah. Yes. Would be, yeah, it would be beautiful. But I would be, actually, I would be upset at how much I would lose trying to tumble this thing. What in the world? Uh-oh. Looky what I got. Buckeyes! The ones, the kind that you can
How
eat.
much is that? He thought it was 10. It's only $4. It was only
And
$4.
these are blue scones,
Blueberry scone.
blueberry scones.
I never
Wow.
heard of that.
I don't know. No.
I never heard. What is that? What is
It's
that?
pastry and it's got blueberries in it. It's just, it's like one of our favorite
It's
munchies.
English.
It's English. Oh yeah, so you know scones, right?
Never heard of it.
Shush, Papa. Define normal, please. Yes.
What's normal?
Nothing. But yeah, just, I mean, they would look a lot more stunning if they were polished or something, or take a rock tumbler to them, but I don't
just
have
wanna
one.
I just want to see which one is nice.
Yeah.
Which one I like.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, just ask one to pick you. Ask one to pick you. Say, okay, who's going home with me? One of them will pick you.
Hey, who's going home with me? Which one loves me? Do anybody
Which
love
one
me?
is the best one for me?
I said,
Yeah.
which one loves me?
Yeah.
Me almost the same. So which one wants to come home with me?
Yeah. They're rock tumblers if you can get them. I had one a while back, but it was for kids, and there are some pieces, some crystals that we use the tumbler on, but then it started leaking because again, this was something for kids. So I mean, understandably, yeah, it just wasn't.
Cheapy piece of crap.
Who loves me? Yeah, she was asking who the aquamarine, which stone loved her and was going to go home with her. But usually when I go into an occult store, if I have money to spend, I will either under my breath, in my head, or whatever, very, very quietly, I'll say, okay, who's going home with me tonight? And something always picks me. Always. Yeah, is that still hot out? Because, I mean, it was like nice out earlier.
It's still hot.
Because I was sitting out on the back porch waiting for and then I got my lovely surprises, and I was like, oh, she didn't. And I started crying.
It's still hot out there.
Yeah, I believe it.
I got my medicine.
But yeah, the aquamarine it was a pound of it. It was a pound. You find one?
No, I had to put my thing away. I put yours up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just keep it up here. The lid's right there.
I'm gonna keep
Put the lid back on it and then come back up. That's fine.
I am.
Just
let me do that real quick.
I wish you could see this in the sunlight. It kind of sparkles.
You did what?
Okay. The aquamarine I got from Creepy Hollows. It was literally an entire pound of it. And you can imagine this is definitely a big chunk of that pound. But it was only a couple bucks. And I don't know, there's just something about aquamarine that I've always loved. I've always been drawn to it. The piece that I chose for myself, as you can see, has that pretty green in it. But even this one hasn't been tumbled because of the size of it. A lot of the stone would be lost. And I'm sorry about the glare that's coming in, like my forehead's glowing and all this stuff. It's the sunlight when it comes in this time of day and it's like 20 after 5. It tends to like whitewash stuff. I had to put it on like this because it was sliding off my forehead.
How many goat cheese do you want? 1 or 2.
I'll try 2. Because I mean, I just, the thing is I hate wasting stuff. Yeah, it is. And I mean, like, if I had the right wire and stuff, like jewelry wire or something, I would take this piece just as it is and put the like a wire wrap on it of sorts and then wear it. Yeah, I absolutely would. Golly crap, that sun is bright. Holy mother, I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses on. Jiminy Christmas. Which I can't do very well because then I'm not going to be able to see to type. Uh-oh. You hear that? That rattle that you heard, that's Chris giving the spoiled brats their treats for the day. They get treats every day. I mean, literally every day. And there's 4 of them. So just think when it's going to be 7 to 9 cats. Holy mother of wow.
Bella?
I'll keep them out of my hair for a few.
You do? Wow. See, girl, I'm telling you what, we should start making a list because this is going to blow some people's minds. It certainly has blown mine. That's another thing we have in common. I don't have any of the wire to do the jewelry, but you do, and you like it like I do. So there's another commonality. I love it. Making sure I still had some pop. Because sometimes I drink it so fast, I don't even realize that I'm out, kind of. I'm like, crap. And then I have to go get something else. Holy Jiminy. Man, if I was a vampire, I'd so be fried right now. Yeah, I have made some jewelry pieces in the past with natural crystals. And I mean, granted, they weren't very big, but they served a purpose. Oh, yeah, I love hearing the rain. I love hearing the rain, the thunder, and the lightning. And like sometimes when the weather's nice enough, I love, like me and Crystal sit out on the back porch and just listen to it rain, and it's awesome. It's very soothing. It's very calming. And I mean, supposedly if you hear rain on a tin roof, like it puts you to sleep. But I've never heard rain on a tin roof, so I really don't know. But yeah, poison, this stuff, I mean, this stuff is expensive as crap because it's like, let's see, how much did I pay for this bottle? I think it was like somewhere in the 50 some odd dollar range or something. But the fun thing about it is, one, it's difficult to find, but that's not the fun thing about it. Yeah. Yeah, because we could sew, you can start a business by doing that. And just to let you know too, for like future things, if we should need it for something, sweetie, I have a PayPal as well. Now, I'm not as familiar and skilled with like putting PayPal on your online account and then being able to draw it with your PayPal card. I'm not real familiar with how to do that. So I usually have to use Chris's help for that, because I don't know I don't want to do it wrong and then accidentally, like lose $20 or something if I try to put money on it. But the smallest amount that they will allow you to put on PayPal. Yeah. See, and because I don't have very good computer skills, I can't either really. If I did have better computer skills, then I could do it myself probably and figure it out, and all that. But, I try to learn things myself if I can. But like in a business sense, okay, if we could get some kind of collaboration going and get some products together and be able to like maybe sell them in your thing with your candles, or, I really seriously would absolutely love to be able to get one of each of the candles or wax melt things that you have right now. And I would so totally pay however much it cost, not only to get them, but to ship them and everything, just to have them, so I could help kind of display them for you and tell friends about them and stuff and get you some orders maybe. Because to me, that's a nice way to support your loved one. That's, it's like a source of income for you right now. And I can understand the importance of that, because I don't have a job either. I only get paid once a month. And once that money's gone, that's it. I'm done for the month. I can't do nothing. But yeah, people have countless times told me that you ought to make jewelry. I'm like, oh, really? So I tried it, but I never sold the pieces that I made, because the stuff, the jewelry pieces I had, not the crystals were fine. The jewelry pieces themselves, they were so chintzy. I was even more afraid that even if I would have been able to keep my cost low to sell them, that nobody would want them, or that they would be coming back to me and wanting their money back and be really rude and hurtful and say, oh, this is a POS, so I'm not going to pay money for this. Give me my money back and I'll never go through you again. People can be cruel. They can just be downright mean. And I know, I've certainly been through it enough. But so that is a future thing. If I could figure out a way that I could get paid for doing readings. But stuff like that, believe it or not, is not really easily accomplished here in the States, because there's so much competition. Some psychics, and tarot readers will literally charge you $30 or $40 or $45 or some ridiculous number for a 30-minute session. To me, that's just completely stupid, because they say that you really shouldn't charge money for using your gift, because if you do, it quickly controls its taker. People get greedy. People, sometimes they just, enough is never enough. There's no thing as enough. They can't fathom. They just they want more. So one, you have the competition of, other psychics, other tarot readers, the ridiculous prices they charge. Yes. And that in essence becomes the trickiest part, is getting yourself out there and getting yourself noticed. In order to do that, you have to have exposure. YouTube is most definitely one of the ways that you could get exposed and get some customers coming your way. But you gotta find that niche. You gotta find that product that no one else has done, no one else has figured out or sorted, and use that. See how many orders you get for them. See if it's a hot seller. If it hardly sells at all, well, then okay, just don't do those anymore. You tried it at least. You tried something. That's the main thing, because a lot of, getting into a successful business is trial and error. Just trial and error. You got to try some things. You got to think outside the box, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, see, exactly. I mean, that's a good way to get yourself out there and get circulated. And get people drawn to you. Like if I was ever to find a way to do readings for people, whether it was on here or like in person, but with COVID, let's face it, that's like the worst avenue you want to explore, because that's where things can go horribly wrong so many ways. Especially with COVID going on and everything. Now I know it's here. Where is it? To give you an example, I think I've shown this before, but this is a gator. And this is basically, you can pull it down over your head. I pull it all the way down. I pull my hair off and underneath it so it's not down inside. And then I just bring it up around my nose and mouth and like kind of hook it around my ears when I wear it when we're out and about, because the COVID exposure is most risky when you're around a close proximity of other people. You're in an enclosed space, you're in a store or something like that. You don't know how many of those people walking around with no mask has been inoculated, as opposed to how many have. I'm not going to walk up to strangers and go, have you had the vaccine? Because I don't want to get sick being around you. I mean, come on, who says that? So I would only charge $20 a reading for mine. If somebody wanted what I would call the extended version of a Celtic cross, which a Celtic cross is basically, it's a circle. Okay, you have a card here, and then you have one that crosses, you have one above, you have one below, you have one on this side, you have one on this side, and then you have 4 cards over here. And also there's an extended version, which is 5 other cards. 4 of those 5 are elemental. Earth comes through with a card and a message and tells you how you can use this with earth, how you can do air, how you can do fire, how you can do water. And if you do it right, you will achieve spiritual transformation. So that reading, I would definitely charge $5 for the extra 5 cards, because that's more reading, that's more time, and that's more explanation. Think about Twitch to live stream from, as if you reach 50 followers, you get made an affiliate, which then means people can sub to you for about $5 a month. And also then you're able to receive bits, which is donations, as people can share your live stream and also host your channel on their channel. I stream games on Facebook where I get donations from people. Yeah, see, the way I understand it, excuse me, itchy nose. With YouTube, this is YouTube. This isn't Facebook or any of the others, but just from YouTube standards, you have to have 1,000 followers plus. I mean, at least 1,000, but you can go over that before you can accept monetary donations, which is they can send you money donations. Because most of my stuff is vlogging. It's video logging. It's not really so much paranormal investigating like I would like it to be. But right now, it's easier said than done for me. Okay. Wanted to make sure I read everything. So if I can't get 1,000 followers on one of these channels, even, I'm probably not in this resource. Through this resource, I wouldn't be able to really make any money. I'm not going to go out there and risk my life like so many do paranormal investigating just to get better rates. For example, was it when gay people was very much extreme, but you could do readings on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, so, I know there's a lot of ways out there to explore and a lot of ways to try. Like one of the ways that I've done tarot readings was I would do them over the phone. and you would call an 800 number, but it would actually be my personal number, but they wouldn't know that unless you told them, which I never would. But because of the hours of the night that they wanted me to be on, I just couldn't do, because I was living in Marysville at the time. I was trying to raise 2 kids. Adam was working all the time. He wasn't there to be any kind of supportive. I had to pretty much raise them on my own, and I did a poor job of it, I feel, because I wasn't able to give them the discipline they needed that maybe would have started their lives down a different path than what they ended up taking. Like, I know it's not my fault, but it feels like I wish I could have done better. I wish I could have been the disciplinarian. Maybe Michael wouldn't have got himself into the situation he's in now. I could have, but I didn't have anybody to teach me how to be a parent. I had references of how my mom raised me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to work for today's young people. Because it's a totally different era. It's a totally different ball game. And another issue too, if I'm going to do something like readings, to me, that's something that you have to commit to, because you can't just, to me, it would be unfair to a lot of people that you could potentially help if you did it for a short time, but then you decided it was too much and it was too stressful and I can't do this anymore, and then quit. So if I'm going to go into it, but I can't commit to it, then I'm probably not going to try it. However, there are situations in the future that may very well happen, that I might like have a party some night, and we might have a handful of friends over for the party, and I'll do readings for them. Yeah, I will definitely look into it for sure. I mean, I'm not closing the door to it. And, I appreciate you're trying to help me. Give me some ideas, because, I mean, I don't always come up with them. I mean, I know my spirits sometimes tap me on the shoulders and go, Mom, maybe try this one. This one might work. This one looks cool. And I feel bad when I don't hear them, because, I know they're trying, but I know sometimes it's like this thick fog that they're trying to get through, because there's too much stress. There's too many other energies flying around that's just colliding with other energies, and it's just causing a heck of a poo storm, you might say. Oops, get back in there, Ice Cube. Get in there. My ice is trying to escape. It's like, man, it's too hot up here. I'm tired of melting. I'm out of here. Ah, damn it, she drank me. Oh, well, I'm going to melt anyway.
If I was going nuts, I'd take the case. Right.
My daughter gets me. She's laughing like, oh, boy. See what I mean? I have a natural ability that, like, I mean, I could absolutely, well, you heard me with the British accent. You heard how well I did that. I could absolutely convince somebody that I was drunk off my effing you-know-what, and I would be completely stone sober, not a drop of alcohol in me, but they'd be like, you are drunk. What have you been drinking? I'd be like, I'll never tell you. It's fun. It's a fun way to play, because to me, I know I'm not really that way, but it makes somebody laugh. It makes their day go a little brighter. Maybe it'll be the very thing that will bring them back to watch another video, because they're like, oh man, this chick can be so funny when she wants to be. I mean, yeah, I could probably do the whole comedic thing if I wanted. I can do voices. Sometimes I have my poor sister Maria so confused, she's convinced that I'm being channeled by somebody, and I'm not. I'm just doing one of my voices. But like, let's see, some of the ones that have come through include, but I have no way of proving this, so I'm not even going to try. Princess Diana, Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, Lucille Ball, Judy Garland, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Gomer Pyle, Jim Neighbors. You can always tell when he comes in, because he's like, golly, like he would always do in life. And everybody knew him for golly,
Yeah, it's Gomer Pyle.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle. See, she just said. But Jim Neighbors, Maria let me hear some of his music. And oh my goddess in heaven, Jim Neighbors. How beautiful his voice is.
Yeah, I love
when
it.
he sings.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Gomer Pyle.
Oh yeah.
He can sing.
Oh yeah. She let me hear some of his music, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's Jim.
Tell me
wow.
she had to get wait till when he's got his high voice on. Oh my God.
It makes you chills.
Yeah. It goes from his stomach and he brings it. Woo!
Yeah. Yep.
He brings it out.
Oh yeah. Jim's awesome. He's awesome. So we got a host. It's like all the dead celebrities come here. It's funny. It's so funny. I would be a party favor for sure if I just started letting them channel through. But the difficulty and problem with being in the limelight that way is once you do it once, they expect it all the time. You will get invited to parties that you never thought in a million years you'd ever be invited to. And you're like, these guys are like serious high class and you're like middle class if you're lucky. And, I would feel completely out of place, and it would make me feel worse that they only really truly invited me because they like how I entertain them. Like, I don't want to be invited to a party because I entertain people. I want to be invited as a friend because they really want me there and they're not expecting me to be anyone but me. So, I can do voices. I just don't. I choose not to because, like I said, it becomes addictive. People want it all the time. And it's like, again, it's not like I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's how many impersonators out there? There's people that actually dress up like Elvis. They do their hair the way he did and just all kinds of stuff, And you think, oh, my God, it's Elvis. Yeah, it is. And and thank you. It's one of my funner voices because even though it's not really considered a voice, it's simply an accent. It shows where my heart truly lies. And my heart lies in London. My heart lies in England. It feels like home to me. And now I have 3, 4, 5, at least 6 reasons aside from just I've always loved it. I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to visit. Even if I only got to do it one time, I would be okay with that. Because I couldn't handle all the rain because rain, it drains my energy and it just makes me so tired. And I'll be sitting here and then I'm just like, like nodding off because it makes me sleepy. So I love rain, but I can only handle it so much before I have to distract myself to doing something else. So it doesn't put me to sleep. Like I had to take a stacker 3 today. Excuse me, which you're like, what's stacker 3s? I'll show you what they are. Now these are over the counter, so there's nothing narcotic about them or anything. You can get them at the dollar store for like a 4-pack is like $1. Okay. This is a stacker 3. It's a weight loss pill, and it's like a super concentrated form of caffeine, if you will. So it's basically caffeine in a pill. On days when I've already slept, like I wake up in the morning and I know I've had at least 8 hours, I'll start feeling sleepy. Dinner. We're having grilled cheese and tomato soup. So sorry you're not here, dear, because then you could enjoy it with us if you like that sort of thing. Sorry, I felt like doing a little Brit for you there. But now I have absolutely nowhere to set it. To set my plate, because it's a big plate. Okay, let's move this back a tad bit. Okay. That's, I think, on there a little better because this is a big plate. So the last thing I want to do is dump it in the floor. Grilled cheese and mater soup. Hot grilled cheese. Hot, 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 hot. Ow, ow, ow. Woo. Yep, see? Grilled cheese. Brooke's like, oh, nice. Owie, owie, owie.
Oh, what else he put in this?
It's certain kinds of cheese. He uses the good cheese.
I know. Use both.
Which means, yeah, he'll get like 2 different types of cheeses and use them both. So yeah, we've got 2 different types of cheese on our grilled cheese here. The entertainment for this evening, watching your mother stuff her face. Enjoy. If I don't scald my mouth in the process or drip it all over my clothes.
Get right there.
Yeah, don't lose any in the couch because we'll probably never get them back.
No, it's that one. That's
Oh
all.
yeah, and Brooke, honey, fair warning. Don't ever, if you sit on this couch of ours, don't have crystals in your pocket because the couch tends to eat them. I don't know about like exact amount, but I lost quite a bit of rose quartz stones. What?
Also, I'm the cook of the family, so just ask Michael.
Oh yeah, doesn't he just love me? Yes, that's his weird idea of a sense of humor, and no, it doesn't upset me because I know that's just him flipping me off because I'm like, nee. So he's like, don't pay it no mind. We're weird. We're weird.
I could stoop to your level and go.
Yeah, now he's going to give me a raspberry. He's like, oh, wow, meanie. She said, meanie.
Yeah, well, tell her I said.
I'm telling you, I would not want to have him and Jim Carrey in the same room together.
I'll be pushing in my pants. You know what I say? I'll be pushing in my pants.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to give him that satisfaction.
You know what I say? I said I'll be pissing in my pants. If they were both
Oh yeah. You nobody would be able to handle it. Trust me. It would be too much. No. I know. My opinion, especially when we get the house, everybody that's going to live there has just as much right to cook in the kitchen as you.
As long as they ask for my permission to be in my kitchen.
Well, then I'll leave. I'll leave. I'll go live it. I'll go with a friend. Go to a friend's house and say, "Can I cook in your kitchen? My husband's being a jerk."
He ain't gonna do that because we both cook, remember? He's just kidding. So far, this is the only one that's warm so far.
She's literally got all of my aquamarines on her lap. She's trying to find the one that's picked her.
I just told you, this is the only one that's hot.
Well, I mean, if you feel like that's the one, then there you go. It's the one.
You hear me? I'm feeling all of them. It's still this one.
Yeah. Welcome to a day in our life.
Oh, tell her about the Victorian farm.
Okay. Chris would like me to mention to you a very interesting series. Don't worry, this is a good thing.
On the BBC.
On the BBC, that's called, it's
Victorian farm?
Victorian Farm. You might want to look at a couple of episodes because I think you would absolutely love it because he showed me some of the episodes last night and I absolutely loved it. It's 2 archaeologists and a historian. They redo, bring back to life a very much Victorian but also British home that they learn how to live the way they did back in the 1800s. They dress the part. They slaughter their animals for the meat. They do home remedies. The poor deer has to freeze her butt off to take a bath because back in the 1800s, there, like, the thing that she used was it was basically a big giant bowl, had a cloth in it. Yeah, look it up. Victorian farm. It's 2 guys and a woman. I don't remember the names right off, but we started watching it last night, and I was hooked. They showed a Victorian era Christmas in this cottage that they brought back to life, which is where they live, where they work. You know, it takes a week to do laundry. And I mean, I would just, some of the stuff I'm like, nope, I couldn't do it. I'd be dead. But it's still fascinating to watch because these people are so passionate about the Victorian era. They dress the way they did back then. They act more or less the way they did back then. The woman is the one that does the cooking. The woman is the one that does a lot of the cleaning. The men are out in the fields. They're plowing the fields. They're putting seed down. You have to learn pet husbandry. You have to birth babies. You know, all kinds of stuff. I'll definitely have a look. Yeah, you'll like it. There's only a couple seasons that we were able to find, but being the BBC, you know, that's definitely British. And you know me, it's like, oh, it's British. I want to watch it because I love to hear their accent. Because to me, it's just absolutely beautiful because I've had not that my American accent isn't equally beautiful. It's just that I've been American my entire life. And it's kind of nice to express that side of me. Yeah. And, you know, so yeah, I mean, my name is it's a very common name. But that's why I like Janelle, because if I could, I would so change my name to Janelle. But here in the States, you have to pay to get your name changed. Yep. When they did the Victorian Christmas in this series that we watched last night, Brooke, honey, it brought me to tears. Because it was so just stunningly beautiful. Yeah. I mean, if you see the same episodes that we did, you'll understand what I mean by it's the first Victorian Christmas they show.
Season 1.
Season 1.
And then they do another.
I don't know, like what episode. Like I don't know if it's episode 3 or one of those. But just if you watch that season all the way through,
it's within the first couple of episodes, 1 or 2.
He said it's within the first couple of episodes of season 1. She said she'll take a look at it.
I can send you a copy.
You will love The Range, which is what we call a stove here in the States, but I don't know what they call it in England.
Range.
Can I throw my soup at him? I mean, seriously, I can fling it across the room and hit him in the head with it. The range that she said they call it a cooker. So the range that they show in this series is absolutely stunning. It's one that they rebuild because the original was just too far gone. This farm that they brought back to life to do this series, and they only do it for 1 calendar year, which is 12 months. So they learn what it's like to go through spring, summer, fall, and winter on a Victorian farm as if they were literally back in time in the 1800s. I keep grabbing my crown thinking it's my glasses. I'm doing good. If it's not one of those country ones, then it's a range, but most houses just have a cooker. So she just said most houses there call it a cooker.
Wow. Which,
when they brought this one in that they redid, oh God, was it beautiful. And it was coal burning. So this is how far back we're talking. It was literally, you had to burn it coal to get it to go. But yeah, when they did the Victorian Christmas, it was just
Bella.
it was the most beautiful thing I ever saw.
Yeah, wait till you see the big one. I guess you didn't like it, huh?
Oh, and I have, oh, you'll love this one, Brooke. This was Harold's opinion of your chili. You call this chili?
Yep. Yeah, well, tell him that's your fault because I can't put any seasoning in it.
Oh yeah, blame it on me. It's always my fault. Like I said, dear, welcome to the weird family. Bless you if you survive it.
I'm a doctor.
Here comes him. Got to do his 2 cents.
She can't handle spices.
I'm doctor.
Of course, I don't do real spicy chili in the first place. I like base chili.
Mine ain't hot.
I mean, and see, he's right. Yeah, see, Brooke said she can't handle spices either, babe. Because spices, if it's something too spicy hot, it tears my stomach up, man. That's not fun.
I make it, but I don't make mine spicy.
It does. It tears my stomach up.
I don't make it spicy.
Okay, let's see if I can do this without wearing it. I've been trying to eat smaller amounts. And I've been trying to eat more healthy, which I only allow myself 2 pops a day. Some people call it soda. I call it pop.
I call it both.
Same thing. Or yeah, you could just kill it with both and say, soda pop.
I say both.
Yeah, I don't like my mouth on fire either because like 5-alarm chili and that kind of stuff, no thank you. I'd rather not.
I say pop and soda.
Fizzy it's called there? Okay.
Damn. Pop and dizzy?
Okay, so is fizzy, is that pop for pop or is that for the spicy hot?
Pop. I meant just pop. Soda, pop.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yep, pop. She was right. Give the girl a medal. She was right.
How you can hear her? Do you got something on your ears to hear her?
No, I'm reading.
Oh.
This is the only way she can answer, and this is the only way we can talk. She can see us and hear us, but the only way she can answer is through typing.
Oh, okay.
This is the chat window.
Okay.
She's 1, 2, 3, 4. Gold star, Maria. Yeah, there you go. You got a gold star.
For what?
For knowing that fizzy means pop.
Yeah, I knew that.
See, I didn't even know that one. And I'm definitely an English enthusiast, in case you haven't noticed.
They have some drinks over there that are sometimes referred to as pop, but they're not carbonated.
Yeah.
Yep, that too.
So to distinguish the difference, you've got pop and fizzy.
Fizzy.
I have mine
Yeah.
with the zizz.
I like fizzy. I think fizzy's kind of cute because
I
it's
like
different.
I like
Fizzy?
I like it when pop is
Fizzy.
yeah.
Carbonated. Yeah.
I don't like the other way. I think it's
Yeah. I can't do I might be German. I might have a lot of German in me, but I am not going to drink hot beer. She said she loves fizzy. Oh, well, then you'll get spoiled here because we drink it all the time. We drink it like it's...
I got a bunch downstairs.
Yeah, Maria's got 2 fridges full of fizzy downstairs.
The Germans don't drink hot beer. They drink room temperature beer, warm beer.
No,
Wait,
not me.
Where are they? Where is she?
She's in England.
She's in England, honey.
She's not in Germany?
Nope.
No.
So the Germany drink it warm too.
Yeah, no. I was saying me. I might be German, but I won't drink hot beer. I won't drink.
If you go to Germany,
They drink it room temperature.
They drink it warm.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not me either.
Ew. No, thank you. Why warm beer? That's wrong. Yes, I agree.
Well,
totally.
I know who did it. My husband. He got used to it when he was there.
Oh yeah.
So when he came back, he
Okay. To be fair. Okay. See, this is such a fun live stream. Aren't we glad we did this? I am. To be fair. Okay.
Chris, you
Hang
got
on, lost
ice?
my train of thought. Yeah, we have ice in there. Do you want pop?
Mm-mm.
What do you want?
I want water. Agua.
Agua, ice water.
Can you put
Okay,
that
to
ice
be
in it
fair, to be fair,
Please.
when you drink beer, room temperature, or any kind of alcohol for that matter, if you can stomach it. Me, personally, no. I've got to have mine over ice or over rocks, we call it.
Got that right.
You know, but what in the hell is Mahjong popping up for? I don't want to play that game. Mahjong. Go away, Mahjong. Probably saying it wrong. But if you can stand it and you can drink any type of alcohol, in my opinion, room temperature and not puke, you would get smashed. I mean, like within minutes. Literally within minutes. You'd be like, hey, what is going on? Because, you know, I mean, it will slam you. Now, me, I'm the weird one. I like to drink my alcohol with a straw because when it's a mixed drink, the heavy stuff's always down in the bottom. Yeah, no, I don't like it warm. But like, so I'll try to drink mine fast, but a lot of times, weirdly enough, I will drink it without ice. And they look at me like, what? Okay, because it will hit you quicker. Excuse me, the buzz will be stronger. But anymore, I just, you know, I drink it for flavor. I don't really drink it to get buzzed or anything. I just drink it for flavor, you know. Apparently, drinking it through a straw gets you drunk quicker too. Yes, yes. Because the heavier liquors are going to be in the bottom. And where's the majority, you know, of the straws in the bottom?
I drink mine just straight.
There is a drink here in the States that the size of cup that they put this thing in and how much it costs, you could literally put a goldfish in this cup. It's that big. I'm talking like this big around. No joke. Okay? It's called a Texarita. They're $9 and something for the drink. There's seriously heavy alcohol in the bottom of it. I had them serve it to me without ice or very little ice. Started drinking it through a straw, and I got so slammed with the heavier alcohol in the bottom because that was the first thing that I took into my body. I ended up wasting the majority of that drink because just a few sips on the straw and getting that straight heavy liquor in the bottom, I was like, whoa. And I mean, yeah, it's a difficult one to drink and be able to stand up and walk away because of the heaviness of the alcohol combination that it is.
I like the one you told me. You go every bar, you have to drink.
Oh,
you get all that money.
Yeah.
I like to go there.
Okay, this is a fun story, Brooke. You'll love this one. I don't remember the name of where this place is, and I do not know to this day if it's still going on, but apparently there's this thing, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's a certain place, a certain city or state you have to go to do it, and you have to go to several bars.
How many?
You have to drink several different types of alcohol, and still manage to walk up a seriously long flight of stairs to a giant clear box that's full of a crap ton of money, and nobody has done it yet. Because here's what messes you up. In order to successfully pull something like that off, one, you would have to cheat. You would, if you ate a bunch of raw potatoes and you could stomach such a thing and not go, ew, it would help absorb a lot of the alcohol, so you might be able to pull it off. But here's what gets you. Some of the bars that you go into, because they give you a card, supposedly, and they stamp the card every time you go to this particular bar and you have this particular type of drink. Some of the places you go to, you have to go up a flight of steps. Okay, you have to go up a flight of steps, you have to drink the drink, and then you have to walk back down. by the time, I mean, because I don't know how many bars you're required to go to and what types of drinks at each one,
You know the
but
bar
nobody
you're talking about?
has done it yet that I know of. Because if you to do it successfully, you have to have all that alcohol in your system,
You like that
still walk upright, walk up those stairs without any help from anybody or any tools or sticks or anything to, help you up. You got to walk up the stairs to the container that has the money. And then if you do, it's yours. And from the sounds of it, it would definitely be worth it if you could pull it off. But all I do know about it is nobody's done it yet. Nobody's done it. And this thing, I don't even know how many years it's been going on. Because they do that on purpose. Yeah, they do that. They do that on purpose because they don't want you to have the money. So they will purposely make it so impossible that it's almost like it's an entertainment thing for them. Like people fall down drunk. Okay. They're so plastered. They can't do it. And then these people just laugh their keisters off and they think it's the funniest doggone thing. Well, I would absolutely love for a group of us to be able to pull it off and we'd split the money. Like if there was 3 of us, we'd split it 3 ways. If there was 4 ways. If there was 2, we'd split it in half. We'd still walk away with a crap ton of money and we'd be able to laugh at them and go, we did it. What you say about that, Jackson? And it would I don't think they would know how to react. They'd be like, oh no, somebody finally did it. Ha ha. Give us our money.
I would not have nothing in my stomach.
Well, they say, now, if you can hold your liquor, then you can do it. If you do the raw potatoes thing, and this is what this person that told me this story said. He said, if you do the raw potato thing and you get a couple of raw potatoes down you, before you do it, because it soaks up a lot of the alcohol. I'm a hell of an actress. I could absolutely convince them 100% that I was smashed off my keister. And still, when I came to the last bar and I got the last stamp and I had the last drink, I'd be like, okay, see you at the top where the container is, where the money is. And I would literally walk out of that bar. I would go to those stairs. I would walk up and I would take the money. Be like, ha, 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 ha.
Tell her Connect Network is messing up.
Connect Network is messing up. He wanted me to tell you. That's why another reason why I love the live stream, because even though you can only hear and see us, but you can still respond, in the chat window. And I mean, I start typing and I'm thinking, wait a minute, why should I have to type? I can just speak it. I've done that to poor Holly on more than one occasion. But yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I would love that. If a group of us could actually pull it off, that would be, we'd go down in history for that one.
We all have to go up there and do it?
Oh no, it's still messy. Yeah, it would be. It would be difficult. It would be challenging.
So everybody has to go with you up there.
Well, I think generally it's only supposed to be one person. So if a group of us did it, we would have to decide which one was going to be the lucky one to go up and get the money. And then I'd still split it with whoever was there. I'd still like, here you go, here, have some, because it's like they were there with me for support. Katie had this trouble earlier too. Oh yeah. The Connect thing. Yeah, here in the States, it's FUBARD. FUBARD is a favorite term that I like to use a lot of times that means effed up, man. I mean, beyond effed up, okay? Some of the ways things are done here, I'm really not thrilled about either, I've only been here all my life. Yeah, with the Connect. I don't know about you, but man, I'll tell you, this is definitely a much needed break from Michael and his constant, ring, ring, ring. Oh God, it's Michael again. Ring, ring, ring. Oh no, son, come on. Ring, ring, ring. All right, damn it. I'm throwing my phone up against the wall and smashing it to bits.
He called me 8 times between 6:30 and 9 o'clock.
Yeah, did you hear that one, Brooke? Michael called Dad like 8 times, you said?
Yep.
8 times within a certain frame of time.
He did it today.
And he
Why?
literally showed me on his phone. He's like, look, this is how many times. And I'm like, oh, God, Michael, come on, Jude, stop. Oh, down the windpipe. Don't do that.
I'm okay.
Yeah, okay, you got a breath in. Something went down her windpipe, and that scares me because I get scared to death when it happens to me.
What I'm saying, he did it when he was with me.
Yeah, because Chris had to take, he took Maria to a doctor's appointment this morning, so they were up pretty early.
I had to be there at 6.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Oh, Jesus. She said she's had 40 calls from him before.
40?
Uh-huh. Yep, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a lot.
See, so you got more support here. We're like, yeah, Michael, you need to chill, Sue.
Ooh, that's
Seriously, dude. We love you. We do. It sounds like we're ganging up on him, but we're not. We're really not.
I am.
Christy's like, I am. Can hear his big mouth halfway
I would have
across the
said
world.
something to him and he wouldn't like it. Trust me. You're not calling me that many times.
No.
No, you're not.
I'd be shutting my phone off and going, nope, not today.
I
Sorry.
either shut it off or he will hurt my mouth. I'll have been cursed at him and everything.
Are you enjoying this, sweetheart? I hope you are, because it's a lot of fun for us too, because even though you're not here, you are. You know what I mean? It's like you're here the only way you can be right now.
My
And
poor
that's
wicked
okay.
ass would have bet. Put it that way. That many times?
So yes, you will definitely love this family. We're a trip. I am definitely. Yeah, so she's enjoying it. She's enjoying it. And I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it when Holly comes on. I mean, it's amazing. I hope her investigation's going okay. Did you ever see, while I'm thinking about it, Brooke, honey, did you ever see her live stream? The only one I saw was, I think it was like what would be considered the pilot. It's like one of the places that she's investigating right now. She was in her hotel room and she was slowly turned the camera around the room so we could see just how small it was. I never saw the live stream after that. And I felt really bad because that was a night when things got really busy and I just wasn't able to be on. So I missed her live stream. Yeah, I didn't either. So, but I know she understands that because she knows that we're all working on, different things in our lives. There's chaotic times. There's times when things are a little calmer so we can, talk to each other and hang out and different things. But, let's see. Yeah, time difference as well. Exactly. Because I think she said she's only a couple, I want to say, I think she's like 2 hours. I think she's 2 hours behind us when she's in Canada. I believe that's what she said during one of the live streams, Holly.
She's in Ontario. She should only be an hour behind.
Well, wherever like I said, where she's at, I mean, the best way I can tell you, because it's really complicated and long to say, excuse me, is to look up the YouTube video. I'm okay. I'm trying to eat some more, but if you want to put it in the fridge, you can.
Connect Network, I'm probably going to have to wait to try it tomorrow. Keeps timing out on me.
Yeah.
Putting the money on his phone now.
All right, hon, you going back down? Did you get your stone? Did you finally pick one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that probably needs dumped. If the wax needs dumped and you want to dump it in the Mother Mary Guadalupe bottle right there. It's in front of the 3 candles. Look to your right. See the Mother Mary? Yeah, dump the wax in there if you want to. You don't have to. But I know when the flame's getting really low, I try to dump it so it doesn't go out. I've still got the magic.
It's still got fire in it.
Yeah, I still got the magic going, by the way. Trying to get Michael's judicial to go
You
through.
understand?
Uh-huh.
Fire still on. I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Oh, that's okay. I'll do it. I do it differently.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Just don't burn yourself. Be careful.
Okay.
Just go ahead and dump it in. Yeah, because that's the wax catcher. Dump it all in there as much as will go. Okay, there you go. Now put it back in there.
Ooh,
Thank
now
you.
it's getting higher now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, when the wax burns down as far as it is already, then, yeah, the flame tends to get smaller.
You mean higher?
Yeah, yeah. The flame gets smaller when there's a lot of liquid wax.
Yeah.
So that's when I try to turn around and have I call it a wax catcher.
I'm giving you
It's just a
mine,
bottle.
'cause I think yours is yellow.
Purple, and I don't
Yellow is
remember.
pink.
Yours is pink. I remember. Yeah, the hair on yours is pink because we
I
couldn't
think I'll
find a
bring it
blue
up.
one. Yeah, if you
So
want
that
to.
would match.
Yeah, if you want to. That's fine.
I'm bringing it up right now. I'll be back. And I think your baby wants to go out.
Take 'em out if you want.
All right.
Ooh.
Ready to go
Gotta
out?
show you, because I don't think I have yet.
There you go.
Okay.
You go, boy.
My newest tarot deck. Halloween. Isn't he cute? Yes, that's a kitty cat. It's not a demon, but his little ears look like horns. This is my newest deck. I bought this when I bought Bast. Yeah, it's a nice one. And the black cat that's on the front, he's in almost every card in this deck.
Oh, tell her she didn't answer me.
Didn't answer you? Did you text her or something?
Signal.
Oh, he did. Chris did a signal thing, I guess, trying to get a hold of you.
No, she's seen it. She just didn't respond.
What did you say?
She told me she put 15 on Michael's phone. Money is in his PayPal. And I go, okay. And then, sorry, I just saw that.
She's trying to support Mama by watching the live stream. He's texting you something else, so watch for it. But yeah, I mean, just I feel bad because I told him to make me 2, but now my tummy's going, I don't need any more. I don't think I can eat that other sandwich. I'm gonna end up eating too much.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Told you it's pink. See?
Oh, there you go.
Put this in the middle, right there. Where you want this one at? There you go. Wait.
There you go.
Don't put that stuff in front of the TV.
Oh my God. Like it's even in the way. Ugh. Jeez.
Look.
No, it's not. If you put it up there, yeah.
What do you think? I'll put it right here.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't really care if it covers up the
You
pumpkin.
got the
Honey, you
pink.
just knocked something in the floor. What did you knock on the floor? It sounded like something that fell. It did. It literally sound when you took your keys off the table, it sounded like something fell. Oh, it was just a kitty cat toy. Okay, you can just toss that wherever.
Yeah, that's what you heard.
Yeah, she brought up this little pumpkin. Like we got 3 of them, and they're like they got faces painted on, but they're little. They're little tiny things like this.
There you go. She could see it. Since you said she could see it, she got mine.
These guys, aren't they cute? And we got 3 of them. This one is Maria's, and it's got the little pink fuzzy hair. And then we got 2 females. One has yellow hair, and then the other one has purple hair, like this. Isn't that cute?
There's the other 2.
Yeah, here's the other 2. See?
And there's the pink.
My
and
little
purple.
girls. This is Esmeralda and Anastasia, I think is what I named these guys. This guy, I don't know what to name him because this is a guy. These are girls.
You're not keeping me from watching my Victorian farm.
Oh, you poor thing. He's going to cry now because we're not watching his Victoria farm. She's putting the pumpkins back on their table. Yeah, if you want, honey, you can try to put one of them on the altar or something, like make a little space if you want to do that. That's fine. Okay. So okay, sweetie. Okay, well, I've got to, I guess I'm going to have to end my live stream so we can watch the Victorian farm.
That's the stove we're going to be restoring.
Yeah, that stove belongs to Maria. It's an antique. It's literally an antique. Bye, Mama and Papa. Okay, bye, honey. We love you. Thanks again for everything. I love my crown and my necklace. And I will see you. She's like, oh, nice. That's cool. So, yeah, you can see why we plan on keeping it. So I love you. We love you. And I will hopefully see you on the next one. Okay, hun? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
You want to eat?